Namaste and Lakech, my family. So we're here today to share some of the insights and intel that we've recently received and have been processing ever since I got back from France. I've been processing many things. That was about 3 weeks ago. And since then, especially 3 days before the blood moon, I started understanding a little bit more of the history of this planet, and some of my higher selves were sharing information about where they come from, their frequencies, their levels of experience, and how they interact here in this construct. So I began to kind of open that chapter that many beings either choose or don't choose to know about because there's a lot of conflict, let's just say. Okay, the dirty laundry, let's just say, of some of the things and reasons why we are in this dimension, why it is so dense here, and some of the things that we can work on together to fix that. Okay, so at the full eclipse on the blood moon, about 11:47 p.m. to about 12:15 a.m., I was in my backyard, my pyramid, and when I viewed the blood moon when it was in full eclipse, I actually saw the energy cables attaching to me and actually was receiving that direct download of what this time sequence is. When that happened, something triggered inside of me, and I remember, I can't remember if it was on this planet, it might have been a very long time ago, but the sequence is what I remember. There's 4 blood moons, of which one has passed. It was like a timer for me, and as soon as it said, when was the last blood moon supposed to be here? It's 2015?
I think there's another one actually later this year.
No, I'm saying, but the last one in the sequence, right? It was around 2015. For me, I've always retained the information, especially since when I woke up. I asked, how long, is this activation? How long are these missions? How long is this level of interaction necessary? And for me, I was told, Ryan, you're on the gas, the accelerator, till 2015. So when this blood moon sequence began, and I noticed the last one, I think it might be April, I'm not sure, it's definitely 2015, was to engage something triggered inside of me. So I'm sharing this with you because inherently inside of you, your higher selves know exactly what I speak of. Okay, that being said, we're doing awesomely here on planet Earth. Everyone's very excited, and just so you guys know some of the things that are going on upstairs. Okay. First and foremost, the Orion Council is working with the other councils of beings on this planet, Sirian, Palladian, Arturian. I like the Mantid. Mantids are awesome. Okay. Also working with the Earth Guardians of this planet for harmonious clearing, reformatting, stabilizing structure that is being reestablished. What is being asked of you is to step into your power, step into your oversoul, receive your own downloads, raise your own frequency and consciousness, then ask. Do not ask for these things from this standpoint. Okay. Now I'm talking about technology here. Okay. Now as far as asking for abundance, harmony, love, bliss, all day, protection, you can ask for that stuff all day long. But as far as some of the toys that have been implemented and technology shared here, to understand the responsibility of some of the beings who incarnated here, who've been asleep a very long time, who woke up out of stasis to monitor the situation on Earth, to understand their perception of what they're viewing. Just as if you are an observer observing a certain situation. Okay. If some of you beings out there hold those types of reflections, 2, it's another thing I'm learning. All right. Have compassion. There's always 2 sides to every story. Look at the timeline in which the technology information adjustment was made. See if those adjustments can be made seamlessly. And if they do cause conflict, see exactly what that conflict is and which side in the negotiations upstairs needs to have a conversation before things are adjusted down here in 3D. Hence, what I mean is, a fair handshake. Won't. Here, Dan. Hi, I'm the Orion Council. You're an Earth Guardian. Okay, how about this? Okay, you're the Earth Guardian, I'm the Orion Council. Hi. I'm from Orion. Hi, Earth Guardian. Let's kick some ass and work on balancing the system. What say you?
Sounds good to me.
All right, that's kind of what it sounds like out there. So, Understand that that is the type of love and appreciation. When I speak to the beings upstairs, what I wish is, let's take this situation and turn it into something great. We did not incarnate here for something that's so-so. We did not incarnate here to make something good. We made something here that is great, that stands alone in this universe as one place where we shifted consciousness, the frequency of the planet has been raised, and the beings here have that opportunity and choice to be who and what they want, and reflect who and what they want through their own free will, their hearts, and their choice, without all of the controls. All right. Dan, let's talk to them about some of the techniques you've been developing for stilling your mind.
Yes, and pretty much when it all begins for you on your journey, you have to understand that your mind is where everything is going to take place, and that is where you have to have control. And as you develop aspects of your brain, you develop more control of your brain, your consciousness, and then you develop your understanding of these meditation practices as you go and do it day by day and progress onward. And so the most basic of them all is the practice of stealing your mind. And once you can achieve that, then it starts to unlock the other aspects of consciousness, which give you your abilities and then can teach you what you might need to understand in order to do stuff in this reality and communicate to others in this reality in order to achieve a grander outcome. So the practice of stealing your mind, at least what I do, when your day is about done, you shower, clear, PJs on, sit down, I put on isochronic music, usually that run carrier frequencies of the 428 hertz, the stuff that activates the light body, that pulls you from pulls your brainwaves from alpha up towards theta, and then you concentrate on your breathing, and your breathing is just a focal point for your mind, so that you are not apt to think or to try to come up with or accidentally start thinking about something else. It's a focal point for you to begin to still your mind. After a while, you'll actually, some of you that know of this, your brain will start to check to see if you're asleep. And what it does for me is it'll make an itchy spot on my face somewhere, cheek, nose, ear, and you have to resist that, because you go and touch that, then you're telling your brain, oh, I'm still in my body. But you don't want to do that, because if you convince the brain that it doesn't need to be wasting its bandwidth and its energy operating the body, then that allocates a lot more of its power for you to concentrate on yourself, on the energetic aspect, and for you to develop your energetic consciousness and become more spiritual in essence, and then you can start communicating with your guides and your higher self. And so one of the things that's developed for me is my comm link, and I can listen to my guides, I can communicate to them. Most of the communication, mind you, is telepathic. There are certain intervals where it does become audio, but it's mostly telepathic, and that's pretty much.
Talk to them about how you send images back and forth. Hence, like when you get a Blu-ray movie, or you're trying to show this kind of like this, you know what I'm saying? How you can actually send bits and pieces of a movie or a visual reflection to a guide, to one of your higher selves, to explain certain things instead of using English or even Star language. You can dedicate
Right. Mind images pictures are another way of communicating back and forth, and this is again achieved more so in the when you have achieved stillness of mind. And for me, though, this is a little more advanced for me. This, but and a lot of that exchange, when that takes place, sometimes it actually will jar me out of the stillness of my mind, because it's
high frequency.
It's higher frequency, and it is a little more difficult.
Yeah. But like I said, some of you guys out there working on it, fantastic. Sometimes I send clips of a movie where I'm trying to show how I'm feeling. I'm trying to show a reflection. I will show a clip of a movie I've memorized, and I say, I kind of feel like this. You know, I send 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 images, maybe a 30-second clip of a movie. They can watch that, resonate with that clip of the movie, and then resonate, oh, this is what he means. Okay. 3 things they wanted me to share. One, Andromeda is definitely involved in the list of those I said. All right. Andromedans are awesome. All right. 2, what I'm working on right now. I would like every single light being on this planet who this video reaches to. If you guys have any very good drawings, CGI of specific star beings, hybrids, their makeups, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compile all these images. Say you're Lycerian, a Lyran and Assyrian. What does that look like? Say you're Reptilian, Draconian, Anunnaki, Palladian, Arturian, Mantid, Prycean, Mentatus. You should talk about Mentatus.
Centaurs.
Centaurs. Whatever it might be for you. This is what I want to do. I want to make a big poster board that I put on the wall. So when I do my sessions, and my guides tell me, you know, his 5th dimensional is Palladian, his 6th dimensional is Syrian, 7th dimensional is Syrian, her 8th dimensional self is Andromeda, let's just say. I want to be able to go boom, boom, point, 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 point quickly. And I think that might actually be really good for us as a collective to understand the different star systems, the different species, the different races, the different levels of awesomeness from different star systems which exist in our space. And I think that's really cool. And I would like to share that with you. Someone out there could also make an amazing tarot card deck with that information. Okay? All right. What else? That's for educational purposes. And the 3rd thing I wanted to share. In awakening your overself and integrating your overself, your higher mind, in translating some of these words and concepts that we're speaking to you, to understand to please let go of some of the terms in vernacular. Hence, the terms of vernacular of, say, the old school and our school are exactly the same. The words are just different. We're using different vernacular, different words to explain the same thing. And I think that's very important when people communicate with one another. You might be talking about the same thing, but in a different way. And I find if we can pause and actually see the similarities that we have with one another, right? I think that we can harmoniously blend and adjust some things that might have just been differences in words, phrases. Hence, our belief structure is changing here on Earth. And all I can say with that is, a very cool comment collectively is, I believe in choice, I believe in free will, I believe in love, I believe in harmony, I believe in balance. Okay? I believe in facilitating the most graceful transition that has been seen in 25,000 years. Okay? This is the type of things, this is the type of motive, this is the type of beings that we are. Okay? We are here to help and aid this planet shift as we shift inside of ourselves, which balance star systems and consciousness from a greater depth of our space and our consciousness. This is something that needs to be worked out. It is being worked out. And negotiations, hey, are what need to take place. Alliances to make that happen. So inside of yourself, when you're integrating that night and light self, and you're getting into your power, remember, in your center is where you are strongest, and in the center is where you find clarity, and in the center is where you can truly make a choice. So, with that, my brothers and sisters, was there anything else, bro?
I think you pretty much.
All right. Well, we love you guys. I hope you enjoyed our little download here. For more information, check out unitethecollective.com, anomalyentertainment.com, and you'll find some great links there at Anomaly. And in the future, this is just getting faster, and as we transition together, we're unstoppable. So with that, my family, namaste. Bye-bye.